Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing several different things here on the truck, which are just going to be fixing different mechanical issues that I'm having. But before we get started, go follow me over on Instagram at Austin04_Z71. And the reason being is I will be at March Nopi down in Myrtle Beach. I think it's like the last weekend in March. I don't want to say the dates off the top of my head, but me and my girlfriend, and then Michael that's got the Tahoe, and then my buddy Graham that's got the other cat eye. You know, it's different guys from up here. We're going down. I'm probably going to be only at the show Saturday. Might come back Sunday. It's just going to depend. But I'm going to stay longer than just the weekend down there. So I'm going to be down there, and I know a lot of you guys go to that show, and I met a lot of you guys last year at it. So if you're thinking about going or you want to go, I'd like to meet you guys. Come on out. The truck will be there, and it'll all be put back together with the right wheels and tires and all cleaned up and everything like that. So go follow me over there, and then I'll keep like any type of information or stuff like that goes up on the story, as well as the modifications before they happen here on the truck. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I was going to start the vlog like in 30 minutes ago, but the GoPro battery was dead, so it had to charge. But we're doing an oil change today. This is the truck's, it's technically the third oil change because you had the break-in oil, then I put, you know, the first oil in it, and then, or I guess would be the second oil. So now this is the third oil change technically, but if you're counting it by, you know, 4,000 miles, this is the second. So AMSOIL 10W30. Now, if you guys have a 5.3, 6.0, 4H, you know it calls for 5W30. I'm going up in weight just a little bit now that wintertime's not really over here in Virginia, but if we get any cold spells, it's not going to be for very long. If anything, it'd just be a couple days really cold weather, so I think it's going to be all right. So I've already drained all the oil out down there, and it looked okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put I'm going to put 6 quarts of oil in here. And once we get done with that radiator or the heater hose that I talked about in the last vlog needs to be replaced. And so I got to look into doing that. And we'll have to take this thing apart kind of so we can get down there to it and fix it. So let me put the oil in here and we'll get started with today's video. Alrighty, so 6 quarts of oil. It's out of the way. Give it just a second and we'll start it up and make sure we have oil pressure, just like I do after every time I race or get on the truck. And we'll check the oil after it runs for just a second. So let's go ahead and start it. And we've got oil pressure. 40 psi at idle, that's about normal. And of course, you know, it'll go up a little bit more RPMs. So let this thing run for just a second. Sounds good this morning. You guys saw that new video where we took out the Flowmaster and put the Venom 250s in there. It's still plenty loud when it's cold. I mean, it didn't really quiet it down outside the truck at all. It just made it a lot quieter inside of the cab. Alright, that'll be long enough. I'm going to check the oil level, and then after I do that, I'm going to back it out and so I don't get coolant all over my porch, and we'll go over there and we're going to try to put this heater hose in. Alrighty guys, so let me show you so now that you can see a little bit better. This hose, these 2 hoses right here is what's getting replaced, but it's one piece. So here's the water pump, there's where it connects onto the water pump, and then you've got this kind of Y here. This one runs up and back to the firewall, is that correct? Yes, yeah, that one runs back to, the firewall, and then this one's running here to the bottom of the coolant tank. So I gotta see how that one disconnects back there because it doesn't have that hose clamp on it. And once I figure out how that connects, I can get that off and pull this clamp off, and we can get this hose out of here. It shouldn't be too bad. Of course, I took the intake off so we can get to it. Okay, well, I reckon for the first time here on the channel, we are going to cancel doing a mod just because I didn't realize what it took to do it. So that connector back up in there, see, I thought it was this hose that has the hose clamp on it, and I was like, oh, that'll be easy. Well, no, it's this one that's got that quick connect back up in there underneath the firewall, because GM didn't make it easy. And I don't have that tool, and I just called my local Advance. They don't have it either. It'd be here like tomorrow or late today. So I don't have the right tool to do that. And I've been watching how-tos, and I was looking at how some people were getting around it, and I'm just not about it without the tool. So we're gonna cancel that and do this maybe next weekend, because I can't do it today. So I guess we're gonna go another week with the leaking coolant because I can't get to that. But anyway, that'll be okay because the truck is absolutely filthy and we're gonna clean it. I'm gonna get out my pressure washer. It's a nice day. Get the foam cannon out, and you guys, I can actually show you guys how I normally clean the truck because I know a bunch of people are interested. And like I said, we'll handle that next weekend, whether I go over to my buddy's shop and borrow his tool to do it or what we do. But I just can't do it right now. So let me get my stuff out here to wash the truck, and we'll wash the truck. All right guys, so normal equipment, what I'm using, I just got a pressure washer here. It's a gas pressure washer. I got my bucket. Now in the summertime, when it's all like, when we've done paint correction and all that and it's not all scratched up from the winter, I'll do the 2-bucket method. So I've got 1 bucket of clean and then 1 with a grit guard. But today it's filthy. It needs to be buffed and paint corrected, so I'm not even going to bother. So I've got my mitt here. That's from Adams. The shampoo is Adams car shampoo. There is the foam cannon, and there's a little bit of degreaser. It's in an Adams bottle, but it's not Adams degreaser. And I'm gonna spray this. The first step I'm gonna do is, with all this salt, I'm gonna spray a bunch of degreaser up on the frame, on the wheels, and I'm gonna, you know, really spray good underneath the truck and on the body with just the pressure washer to try to get the majority of what's on here. Like you see all that grass out on the bottom. The majority of the top stuff off and a lot of that salt off, and then I'll hit it with the foam cannon, and we can actually wash the truck. All right, so got the degreaser on here and I brushed it down. You can see all that nasty stuff coming off the tires, and then it's up in the fender wells and all that. So, you know, I rinsed the truck off, sprayed it with degreaser, and of course now I've scrubbed it down. I'm gonna rinse it off, and then once I rinse it off, I'll hook up the foam cannon, and I will film that because everyone loves watching the foam cannon. And then I'll shoot the truck in the foam cannon, and then we can actually get to washing it.
Girl, you got me shook from the way your body looks. Got me riding hooks, got me feeling like a rook. I don't do it by the book, but for you I'll take a look. Don't know what your mama took, sweet and spicy like a cook, yeah. I'll keep it real, let's make a deal. Buy you a meal if you just let me feel. Get out your heels, grab on the wheel. Back to my place at the top of the hill. Don't have regrets, I know what's next. She need a fresh, I'll be back in a sec. Look at them legs, don't make me beg. Back to the room, let me show you my bed. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. I could look at you all day, watch the way them hips sway. Love your body, so I pray, don't you dare take it away. Can't control what I say, lost my mind cause your frame. Hey girl, what's your name? Lit me up just like a flame. Body in motion, I feel the commotion, be on you like lotion. I'm honest and broken, I flow like the ocean. I feel you were chosen to fix me, I'm broken. My heart that you stolen, hey. Stay with me, play with me, lay with me. Hate to see when you leave, chemistry feels like it's destiny. I just want you laying next to me, and I really don't want you to ever leave. On your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb.
All right, so I'm trying to get you guys out of the wind noise. The wind is ripping out here right now. But there you go. It's all nice and clean, and you can see my reflection in it. What I do to dry it, and you guys kind of saw there, this is a microfiber, or not microfiber, but it's a waffle weave drying towel from Chemical Guys. And I'm not solely Adams. I use different products, Chemical Guys, Adams, and then some of the stuff that even, you know, that's locally here out of my warehouse. I just go with the best product and what works best. That drying towel, man, I mean, it works out great. It doesn't, you know, doesn't damage the paint or anything, and man, it really works. So as long as you keep them clean, you're not going to scratch up the paint really bad. But there you go. And I know some people wanted to see a full and complete detail, and I will do a video on that in 2 weeks. Because it's going to have a complete and full detail done, because I'm going to be on spring break, and the truck, we're going to do a paint correction, ceramic coat, the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to have a video coming of just that. I know people wanted to see what all I use, and I'll show you guys what I use on the forged wheels, the tire shine I use, all of it, all the way down to each little nitty-gritty thing. But today, you know, I was just vlogging, and it needed to get cleaned up. God, it was dirty. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to get that heater hose put on next week, and the lower ball joints, I'm going to go ahead and do those. One of them was dry today and I greased it, so those need to get done next weekend, and that's about it. So check out the other videos on the channel. I appreciate you guys watching. Go and check out the last video, which was the exhaust video, if you haven't already. And go follow me over on Instagram at Austin04_Z71. Take care. Have a great day.